Welcome to Live Word, where we open up God's Word and discover how to live in victory. So recently, Erica Kirk posted something on social media. It simply said, "Go to church." Those simple 3 words, but that was it. Later, Elon Musk also reposted that with a strong affirmation. It struck a chord because in our world of noise and opinions and endless distractions, sometimes it's the simplest truth that needs to be heard the loudest. Go to church. Right now, across our nation, many are hearing that call, and people are returning to church, sensing that something bigger is stirring. After the tragic assassination, or really martyrdom, of Charlie Kirk, it seems as though a new wave of revival is rising. Hearts are being awakened. People are realizing we can't do life alone. We need faith. We need hope. We need each other. I remember when I went to college for the first time, it was Sunday, and I didn't have my dad taking me to church. See, normally all the way growing up, my dad would bring me to church, and that's where I went. But now all of a sudden I was by myself. I could make my own choices. And so I tried to go it alone. I thought, man, if I just, read my Bible, prayed by myself, I'd be fine. Do I really need to go to church? There's a lot of churches around Baylor, but at the time I was just thinking, well, I can just kind of do this on my own, right? But in reality, isolation made me vulnerable. Discouragement set in and I lost focus. What changed everything was connection. Being around other believers, sharing a meal, laughing at a barbecue, praying around a campfire. Those moments reminded me that I wasn't alone. They gave me strength. They kept me accountable, and they gave me joy. So I found myself getting closer and closer and well knit into the local church. You see, church isn't about sitting in rows once a week. It's about being part of a family, one that walks through life together. I think about in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 through 25, it says this plainly. It says, "Let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." From Acts 2, we see the first believers devoting themselves daily to fellowship, to teaching, to breaking bread and prayer. They were connected deeply, consistently, sacrificially, and because of that, the Spirit moved and revival spread. At LIV Church, we're in kind of an odd season right now. We're not holding Sunday services just yet. Our official launch is in Easter 2026, and we'll have a couple preview services before that. But that doesn't mean we're waiting around to be the church, right? Right now, we're meeting in LifeGroups. We got one tomorrow. We're connecting around barbecues. We're planning bonfires. We're serving our community with events like our upcoming beach cleanup. This is church. This is the family of God. Church is not a building. It's not a date on a calendar. It's people gathered in Jesus' name, loving God and loving one another. And right now, there's a spiritual hunger across America. I'm seeing it. I'm reading about it. People are realizing that they need to come back to church. Some are walking into sanctuaries for the first time in years, and we're reading those stories daily. Others are stepping into a life group or a Bible study. But here's the beautiful truth. Revival doesn't have to begin on a big stage, right? It can begin around a kitchen table, in a backyard, or in the sands of Mission Bay. That's what we're building here at LIV Church, a foundation of a real connection, preparing for what God will do when we launch. Here's our practical application. Let me just say it to you as clearly as I can. Go to church. Don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect building or the perfect service or the perfect time. God is moving right now, and He's inviting you to be part of His family. At LIV, that might look like joining a life group, showing up at a barbecue, sitting around a fire or our bonfire, or serving shoulder to shoulder at our beach cleanup. These aren't just events, they're opportunities to step into the family of God and experience His presence together. Friends, family is God's design. Connection is his calling, and revival begins when his people gather in his name. So take it to heart, take it to action. Go to church. This is LIV Church. This is what it means to live in victory. Thank you for joining me today at Live Word. I hope to see you soon in a life group or at a barbecue, at a bonfire, at our beach cleanup. Let's live this out together. And if what we said here means anything to you, or you think it might help somebody else, be sure to like and subscribe and let people know now's the time to go to church. So I'll see you next week for another Live